What's going on, OJ? You hear me, bro?
What up, Kenny?
What up, LT?
My mic good?
Yeah, you good? I
Yo,
think
yo,
OG shit ain't right.
or you on YouTube suspension?
Who, me?
Yeah,
Yeah, nigga. Listen, I've been on YouTube suspension, nigga.
yeah, cause it's been a week since you did lives and shit.
Yeah, since on the regular channel, I'm trying to get this channel up and running. I mean, I was up and running, but I'm trying to get everybody to come over here.
Yeah, how long you on YouTube suspension?
I don't know.
Oh,
I need listen. Listen. I don't worry about that shit. Listen, hey, when they let me up, I'll be up. That's how I look at it and shit.
that's
So
Megan McCain.
yeah, that's cause yeah, the view and shit, Megan McCain and them and shit, man. They was on the nigga helmet. They said I can't use no more. They shit that they already put on on YouTube. Like, come on, man. But anyway. So yeah, I've been building my shit up over here. I mean, I've been had this channel. I just renamed it a little bit, but cause this was the OBF sports channel. I just turned it to OBF the real. So
Right.
I'm still gonna create um the OBF sports channel, but I see how that go. But anyway, what you want to talk about, bro? What you been seeing this week?
A lot. You heard
I
Trump
said a
going
lot.
not that much. You heard Trump going coming back to the White House. I think tomorrow.
Come to the White House.
Yeah.
Oh, that's conspiracy theory bullshit. That's next week,
No,
I
not
think.
that. Not that. He's supposed to I think talk to Congress. I don't know.
He ain't going no motherfucking car. He's supposed to be at CPAC tomorrow.
Yeah, CPAC.
Uh, yeah, that's the way he's supposed to be. His ass ain't going back because CPAC not even in Washington D.C. That shit is in Orlando or some shit. So he ain't going in that bitch. They ain't
Yeah,
got nobody in there because of that COVID shit. So that's why they ain't let them do it. Usually they
that's what.
do the CPAC shit in DC, but since the COVID shit, they ain't doing it.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. CPAC, because I thought like he was going to court or something.
Nah, he just gonna go up there and do his little Klan rally like he always doing shit. That's all he got left. He got his little Klan rally. That he doing tomorrow. He gonna be out there talking nonsense shit. You see the motherfuckers? They gave this motherfucker somehow I don't know if he did it or somebody else did it. They gave this motherfucker a gold statue riding
Yeah,
around with it or something. Come on, man. They doing too much, yo. That's what I said. You doing too much and shit.
but hey, did you see that article from last year? It was around summer 2020, and they said that they wanted Trump wanted a bill so he can be in office for the rest of his life. You know, kind of
Mm.
like Vladimir Putin and all the rest of
Yeah,
these
like a dick.
leaders.
Yeah, like a dictator.
Right.
Huh. Yeah. I mean, he was been trying to do that shit. He was trying to do that shit I think like his first year that he was in office because he felt like he was getting ready to get impeached. Like it felt like he was gonna get took out office. They were gonna kick his ass out of office, and so that's why he was really trying to do that shit. And like I said, Trump don't really actually give a fuck about doing policies and shit. He care about just doing. He just feel like he care about the fame that comes with and the power that comes with being a president. That's it. He didn't really
Right.
do shit.
He gonna be in there until he die.
Damn, LT, what the hell going on in the back? Background, LT. Go ahead, what you
Thought it was
saying?
good. It's good.
Yeah, you good now? I just hear all
You
this
know.
this moving and shit in the background. But good.
Oh, that'd be my fan. Yeah, what I was saying is that the Chinese leaders like Kim Jong Un and Xi Jinping, whatever his name is, Vladimir Putin, they gonna be in there until they die.
Yeah, I mean, that's how the law is over there.
Yeah.
That's how that shit is. Yeah. So unless America go over there and take them out, but
Yeah.
they don't want to do that. They don't want to start that shit. They see all that going there trying to go to some of these countries like that to do that shit again and take motherfuckers out and shit. You can't do that shit like that no more. That back in the day, you get away with that shit. America get away with it. They can't get away with that shit now. It'll
Right.
be all out war, and then you got alliances with other countries and shit. And so some shit you just ain't gonna be able to do.
Yeah.
That's why you be seeing America. They only fuck with them third world countries. They don't really fuck with real powerful countries. Like, come on now, motherfuckers picking on Iran because they know Iran ain't got no army. You get what I
But
mean?
I heard
Iran
they
population and they army ain't
I,
like that. That's why they don't fuck with our. That's why they keep fucking with Iran. But go ahead, what you saying?
you heard they had bombed Syria.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, listen,
I see they fighting. I think they fighting over oil and all that.
yeah, listen. It's never about democracy. They lying. It's not about humanity or nothing like that, or people being enslaved or being oppressed. It's not
Oh,
about that.
definitely.
It's about yeah. It's always about money and oil and power. That's all it's about.
Yeah, knowing that all that oil came from the motherland, Africa.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they couldn't go to certain countries and do shit like that. They do it to them third world countries like that. That ain't got they not organized. You know what I'm saying? They not organized like other countries are. They not connected. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause you Lil Kim and shit. Like Kim ain't with the G7, the G8 or whatever. He ain't with none of that shit. But he
Yeah,
connected though. Like, you know what I mean? He connected to South Korea. Oh shit. South Korea. He connected to North Korea. What up, Callie? Come on up in the building. OG, what's going on with your shit? You ain't get nothing out there, OG? OG. OG go out and come back in. You ain't we can't hear nothing.
his stuff was like that with talking media.
Yeah. Don't make me have to send you a care package, nigga. Some technology care package, nigga. I got y'all niggas be killing me, man. Y'all see me? I'm getting my other part of my studio set up over here on this part right here. I'm fixing this shit up right now. I'm waiting on a few other things and shit before I hook it up. I think the other thing come tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be over here. I'll be over here live streaming. I already got Wheezy shit. I'm waiting on the motherfucking generator so I can send the Wheezy and shit. There we go. Goddamn OG, fix your shit, bro. What up, Callie?
What's up, bro? Just finished off meetings, man. Just resting my eyes, bro. That's all. Uh, but going back to what you were saying, like, look, America be doing American terrorism. We just don't call it that, you know. Like when you go into another country that really don't need you there, and you out there, blowing up uh, an army and doing whatever you're doing, like, it's like what Tupac said. It's like all this gun shit we learning in the hood. We learned this gun shit from the government, right?
Oh
So,
yeah.
so, so what it be like is, look, like we do our fuck shit too. It's just that when we do our fuck shit, the media throws propaganda on it and says, oh, like, we're liberating people or whatever the hell it is. Look, at the end of the day, like I said, We ain't
You
liberating
ain't that
nobody.
we
We
ain't.
out
First of all,
there.
I can already say we ain't liberating no motherfucking body.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, and it's like, and this goes back to what I was saying before. You know, like, look, at the end of the day, this week was the week where the $15 minimum wage got defeated because the Democrats didn't have the guts to go up against the Senate parliamentarian. So what I'm
Oh
saying
gee,
is,
hold on, Cap.
go ahead.
Oh gee, you gotta go out and come back in. This shit ain't right. Man, why am I getting an echo? Hold on, let me check my shit. Why I'm getting a motherfucking echo? Um, I'm tripping. My bad, Callie.
Yeah. So, you know, it goes back to what I was saying before that both of these parties are the same. You know, I mean, in the sense that they're not going to do what they need to do for the people. You know, we're going to bomb people before we going to give them stimulus checks and everything else. And to be honest, this shows if you're looking around and you see the fact that they're that the Justice Democrats and this is weird. The OG's here, so he could talk about it too. The Justice
What up, G?
Democrats.
That's it. Hold up. That's if his goddamn
Oh,
mic is working.
is your shit working, bro?
OG,
But yeah,
gotta fix your shit, bro. I don't know what's going on with OG. All right, go ahead. Hey, G, I'm going to send you a link, G.
yeah.
Go, Cap.
But going back to it, you know, this week, couple things happened. The $15 minimum wage didn't go through. Now they're saying the Senate parliamentarian didn't want it to go through. But there's
Well, you know they
other
find
ways.
any excuse.
Look, and that's what I was telling you like 2-3 weeks ago. You know, we talk about January 6th and this, that, and the other. Like, look,
No, the reason, look, the reason I don't blame all the full, um, blame all the blame on the Democrats, on the on the Justice Democrats, is because some of the fact that, listen, man, if this is say AAOC and them say fuck it, we ain't voting for the bill at all. We not fucking with the relief bill. We not fucking with it at all. Right?
yeah,
And now they gonna use that shit against them. Right? Because the Democrats, look, the corporate Democrats is already ain't shit anyway. They don't give a fuck about that shit. You get what I mean? They don't give a fuck about backlash. They don't give a fuck about that shit. But the Progressive Party is going to they will use that shit against.
yeah. Well,
And that's the issue. That's why I listen. That's why I said I'm okay if they say fuck the whole bill because we ain't getting the $15. I'm okay with that. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong about what you be saying, Callie. It's just that I understand what these motherfuckers is doing though.
And look, and that's what I'm saying they should do. Like at this point, look, no $15 minimum wage, no $2,000 stimulus, no college forgiveness. Like you're not getting anything. If you could tell me one policy that you're getting. I mean, I'm putting the bar really really low. But even with me putting the bar super low, you still ain't hitting nothing.
And
You
you
know what
got
I
and
mean?
you got Joe and you got Joe Manchin and shit out there doing fuck shit. Him and that other bitch from Phoenix.
Yeah.
They out there doing fuck shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they
And
fucking everything up. Like everybody will be on the same page. And they probably would say fuck the Republicans and run that shit straight through. But
yeah.
Joe Manchin and that bitch from Phoenix is fucking everything up.
It's not just them though, because
No.
I tell
I'm just
I
saying
tell
it's
you
just
some
them.
inside stuff.
I'm saying they are fucking like if we want the Democrats to go hard, right? I believe Chuck Schumer and Joe Biden and Kamala Harris and Nancy Pelosi, they'll go hard because they're the leaders, right? And you throw Bernie in there, of course he a leader, right?
Yeah, I mean,
They will go
Yeah.
hard if this motherfucker Joe Manchin and that bitch from Phoenix will stop fucking trying to block everything and side with the Republicans.
well,
And fuck everything up. It's only 50-50 in the fucking in the Senate.
all right. Let me push this somewhere else, and you'll see why those two people aren't really the big deal. You know,
I sent you some, G. I sent you a link, G.
we need to go back to the Johnson presidency. Okay, during the Johnson presidency, there were some Democrats and some Republicans that were against the Civil Rights Act, and Johnson sat there. He invited them to the White House, closed the door, and said, "Look,
Right.
if you don't vote for this, I'm gonna make you pay. I'm gonna make you pay, and I'm gonna run with your challengers." And then what ended up happening after that? They got in line, and they passed that bitch.
Right.
Joe Biden is saying, okay, we will abide by the Senate parliamentarian. We will abide by their wishes. Why is he saying that? Because he didn't want to give you $15 anyway. He wanted to fake.
Oh yeah, I know that.
He wanted to fake like he was going to give you $15. Say he's with it in spirit, right? Like what? We got to call out this bullshit about shit being in spirit and shit. Okay? Like, oh, I'm with the concept in spirit, but, it doesn't look like it's going to happen, blah, blah, blah.
It's like symbols. It's like a symbol.
And he said that 2 weeks ago on CBS. I got the video clip for it if anybody wants to see it.
No. I believe. Listen. I believe you, Cali. It's just the point that what I'm saying is I get what they supposed to do, right? But it fucks everything up when Joe Manchin and that bitch from Phoenix continue to keep on threatening and saying, "Well, I'm gonna side with the Republicans instead of the Democrats," and I claim I'm a Democrat. That fucks it up.
Well,
it's
well,
not
yeah,
just listen. It's just not. Hold on. It's just not the point of pushing this shit through.
Yeah, right, but
if you can push it all the way through, hold on. Just say the Democrats. Let's say the Democrats push this shit all the way through. Right? They push it through. And then Joe Manchin get there, and that bitch from Phoenix side with the Republicans. All right, they on notice. People know who what they did. They didn't side with the Democrats. Side with the Democrats.
Right.
But what happens is now that shit gotta go back to the drawing board. You gotta start that whole process. You get what I mean? And
Right.
so now you got people out here hurt this shit, and now they're frustrated in that man, and now they mad at the whole Democrat Party.
Well, they should be mad at the Democratic Party.
No, you can't be mad at the whole Democrat Party because of two motherfuckers. They're fucking it up. That's what I'm saying.
Well, no. That's what the media is saying is fucking it up.
No, I'm telling you. No, I don't care what the
don't
media
care
is
what the
talking
media
about.
is talking about.
I'm telling
I'm
you,
telling you,
if they go
if
ahead
they
and
go
just
ahead and
push
just
this
push
shit
this
all the
shit
way
all the
through,
way through,
like we all
like
wanted
we all
to go,
wanted to go,
right?
right?
And then we
And
get
then we
there
get there
and they do
and
the
they do
vote,
the vote,
and then
and then
fucking Joe
fucking Joe
Manchin
Manchin
and that
and
bitch,
that
all
bitch,
you need is
all
just
you
one
need is
of
just
them
one
just to
of them
do it.
just to do it.
Yeah.
Just to say,
Just
no,
to
we
say,
not
no,
gonna
we
fuck
not
with it.
gonna fuck with it.
Now you fuck
Now
that
you
whole
fuck that
bill
whole
up.
bill up.
Now y'all shit
Now
gotta
y'all
go
shit gotta
back to
go back
all
to all
to the
to the
beginning, to the
beginning,
house,
to the house,
do the
do the
process, and
process,
then now
and then
people will
now
wait
people will wait
longer for a
longer
whole
for a
bunch of
whole
shit
bunch of
that's getting
shit
ready to
that's
run
getting
out,
ready to run out,
or what
Yeah.
people
or
don't
what
even
people
have
don't even
already.
have already.
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
what I'm
We can
saying.
sit
We can
here
sit here
and say the
and say the
progressives should do
progressives should
this,
do
the
this, the
Democrats should do
Democrats
this.
should do
But if
this.
you got
But if you
these
got
two
these two
motherfuckers
motherfuckers,
Well,
and you know
and
you
you
only
know
got
you only
50,
got
it's only
50, it's
50
only
50 in
50
the
50 in
Senate,
the Senate,
and these
and these
motherfuckers are sitting
motherfuckers are
there
sitting there
threatening, saying,
threatening,
oh,
saying,
we ain't
"Oh,
gonna
we
do
ain't
it.
gonna do it."
Come
yeah.
on,
Come
man,
on,
that
man,
fucks
that
everything
fucks
up.
everything up.
Well,
And don't tell
And
me,
don't don't
listen,
tell me, me,
and the
listen, and
media
the
will
media
run
will
with that
run with
shit.
that shit.
hold
Shit.
on.
And then
And then
everybody in the
everybody
Democrat
in the
Party, people
Democrat
that's
Party, people that's
Democrat,
Democrat,
is gonna
is
blame
going
the
to blame the
whole
whole
Democrat
Democrat
parties that's
parties
there,
that's
and
there,
which they
and which they
shouldn't.
shouldn't.
And it
I
ain't
mean,
And it
Joe
ain't Joe
Biden's fault.
Biden's
It
fault.
ain't
Ain't
nobody else's
nobody else's
fault.
fault.
Bernie, none of
Bernie, none of
nobody's fault.
nobody's fault.
It's Joe
It's Joe
Manchin, but they
Manchin, but
gonna
they
blame
gonna
the
blame
whole
the whole
party.
party.
And
it's
the
And the
Republicans gonna
absolutely
be
Republicans gonna
right
be right
behind that
behind that
shit.
shit.
it's absolutely Joe Biden's fault. And I'll tell you why. Because when during the healthcare debate, okay, I remember telling you that there were progressives that wanted a single payer system, uh, and I remember telling you what Obama told those progressives. Joe Biden, if he's got any nuts, which he doesn't have. See, because Trump ain't there anymore. McConnell's basically a dead horse. This is Joe Biden's country now. So regardless of whether it's his fault or not, people are going to hold him accountable. If he really wants to get $15 an hour done, he's got to sit with those people and say, look, you either vote this way or I'm going to primary the fuck out of you. Is he willing to do that? No. Is it he can't blame the Republicans now because it's the Senate parliamentarian that's standing in the way. Are the Democrats willing to fight the Senate parliamentarian, which they can do? No. In order to fight the Senate parliamentarian, they would need 60 votes to actually overturn what the Democrats are doing. What I mean by that is if the Democrats say, fuck the Senate parliamentarian, we're going forward, they would need 60 votes to overturn what they're doing. That means 10 Democrats would have to vote against a $15 minimum wage, and they would have to wear that shit.
No. I
And
understand that.
nobody in the media is telling you none of this shit. None of this other kind of stuff. This is inside baseball that you need. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, it is Joe Biden's fault because he runs the party. If he wants to get those people in line, he got to sit there with those two people, just the
Right.
way that Johnson sat with those four people that were anti the Civil
Right.
Rights Act. The problem is Joe Biden don't give a fuck about nothing except for being president.
Kenny,
No,
let
no,
me
no,
let
no,
me
no. Hold on. No, listen, I get that. I'm gonna let you jump in, LT. Listen, I understand
And the media is giving
that.
you cover
No.
by basically saying
No,
it's these two people.
no.
Of
Listen,
course, it's these
I'm
two
not.
people,
Listen,
but
listen,
it's your
listen to me.
job to put
But
enough
it's their
pressure
fault.
on them to get it through.
Listen, I'm not disagreeing with you at all, right? And this is the real reason why I did not vote for for Biden because I don't think he's strong enough. I don't think that he will go there and do that to that party because he's still doing that bipartisan bullshit. I get that. My point
Yeah.
is, it ain't just about what the media is going to do. I'm just telling you how people that's out there that ain't Democrats that's okay with this bill. It's just going to look at it and they're going to blame Democrats. They already against the Democrats anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, they should blame the Democrats because the Democrats are the party in power. You know, it's like
Yeah, but
whoever's in power is.
that's what
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying though. I understand that, but it's still not fair.
I mean,
If you got two fucking Democrats in there gonna fuck that whole shit up.
well, if Biden already knows that, then it's his responsibility to basically have those people.
I don't know how much responsibility you get. Even if Biden does like say he should do, it doesn't. Because he's Republican anyway.
I understand that, but one thing that we gotta understand here is Joe Biden is basically the quarterback. When things go right, he gets all the credit. When things go wrong, he gets all the blame. That's what the president is. He's the quarterback. It ain't fair, but it ain't supposed to be fair. It ain't built like that.
Yeah, but
you know that, right?
Come on. Let's go to scenario on it. Let's go about how you saying it. If that's what you want them to do, put pressure on them, blame them, and all that other shit. Joe Manchin. No,
go ahead.
No, hold on. If Joe Manchin and what's his name still continue to block the shit, then what we do?
You go back to the drawing table, which you're going to have to do. But what you end up doing is you tell the senior members of the party that they need to basically put together a primary challenge to those two people. And as the president, it's your responsibility to back those challengers. That's what the Republicans are doing right now. I mean, they're censuring a bunch of people, right? At the end of the day, the biggest problem with the Democrats, and this is why if people vote Republican in 2024 or 2022 or whatever, it ain't their fault, because here's what it is. The Republicans don't got no problem putting their people to get out of pocket under the bridge for everybody to see. The reason that the Democrats never get anywhere is they ain't willing to do that.
And you know what? And you're right. I agree. 100%. Hey, OG. Is your mic?
Kenny, I gotta agree with you. Can I say something?
Hold on. Hey, OG, is your shit right? Your shit still about the John going on, though. Go ahead, LT.
All right. Basically, I agree with you and Kenny saying because they're basically blackmailing everyone with the stimulus check and stuff. And you know it's almost March, right? And my father told me this a few days ago that he said it's been almost a year since we had a stimulus check because
I know.
Somebody's got audio problems.
Rolling. Yeah.
Somebody got audio problems. I'll be right back. I'm gonna see if it's me.
All right, what I was saying. Do you hear me?
LT.
I'm here.
Yeah, I hear you.
All right, because the first stimulus check, right? My I got an auntie, and she barely received the first stimulus check around August. So it's
Yes, you have.
basically been
Yes, you
a
have.
while ago we had a stimulus check.
Hold on, LT. Hold on, LT. Hold on, LT. Hold on, LT. Yeah, yeah, it's you, Kelly. You got that.
Okay, hold on. Let me see if I can fix that.
Yeah, because you making everybody echo.
All right, hold on. Uh, I'll get at it. One sec. I'm gonna try and fix it.
All right, go ahead and mute your thing. I'm gonna let LT jump in.
Okay, it should
Go
be
ahead, LT.
better now.
Hello? Yo.
I'm here.
You good?
All right. Go ahead, LT.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. Go ahead, LT.
Can y'all hear me?
yeah. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, we
Go
ain't
ahead.
good.
All right. Basically, I agree with what you and Kelly were saying about what you said about Joe Manchin. They're basically black. They're excuse me. They're basically blackmailing everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And
And
my and
listen,
my and my my pops
in your
told me
opinion,
this a few days ago
yeah.
that he said it's almost March, right? And he said they feel like it's been a year since we had the stimulus check because nobody did receive a second or a third.
No, they seen the second one, but it was some bullshit.
Yeah,
Now,
yeah,
listen, me and Kelly ain't the same shit. It's just that we that's the thing about this show you gotta love. We look at this shit from different perspectives, right? But we're saying the same shit. It's just my patience level for like my expectations for the Democrat Party is very, very low. And so my patience is very is very I guess we could say like I'm all right with seeing how they going to do because like I said, either way I get proved right or wrong. So I'm just not putting. I don't have that much faith in the Democrat Party. That's why I didn't vote for none of the motherfuckers. You get what
yeah.
I'm saying? So that's why I go at it this way. And like, at the same time, I like the progressive movement. I think where me and Kelly disagree is that I don't want to put all the pressure on them like they the ones at fault. Like yo, the Democrat Party been fucked up a long time. You got people that's in there that been putting in this type of work for a long time of fucking the system and fucking the people over through the system. So and I'm talking about the Democrat Party. I fuck the Republican Party. We know what they are. I'm talking about the Democrat Party. They've been fucking the people over for so long, and they've been doing it for so long. So everybody's it's almost like people are programmed to continue to constantly do it. Now you got a fresher breath
right.
air coming in with the Progressive Party, like the AOCs and Bernie been doing it for a long time, but now he got a little backup, but it's still not enough. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we need, like, we fuck with the Democrats want a primary, a motherfucker. The progressive movement got to start primarying these motherfuckers. Like AOC, I understand that she doing now. She just got rid. I think that she should primary put somebody the primary fucking Chuck Schumer. Like you got to do this shit. And then
You know, for years,
even if you hold on, even if you primary Chuck Schumer, you make sure somebody that is a progressive come behind you and get that motherfucking spot. That's how you got to do it. It's like you almost got to start your own party inside of a party.
You
right.
well. To be honest, I feel like the only way forward for the progressive movement is to start a progressive party that's outside of the Democratic Party,
No,
because
I
because
no, I believe.
because
Hold on,
yeah,
time out. I believe they can take over the Democrat Party. I believe if Trump could do that shit in the Republican Party, what the fuck? Why they can't do it?
because the Democratic Party isn't built the way the Republican Party is.
What do you
The
mean?
Democratic Party is built with a bunch of insiders, and it's built in a way that you can have a check on the outsiders. The Republican Party doesn't have a check on the outsiders. That's why outsiders can come in and completely rip apart the Republican Party, because it doesn't have those checks. And
But no,
technically,
no,
we
no, no,
saw.
no, 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 no. I understand that, but that's what I'm saying. You don't let motherfuckers have a check on you. That's the problem I have with the progressive,
The
the
only
progressive part.
the only way
Hold on,
the
hold on, hold
only
on,
yeah.
hold on. The progressive part. That's the problem I have. Stop allowing Nancy Pelosi and all them motherfuckers have a check on you. You don't have no check on me. Like you
Well,
get what I mean?
well,
That's my issue.
well, you do, but the
No, you don't.
but
Who checking you? Listen, if the progressive part of the party says, you know what? Listen, you need our votes too. See, understand where shit is right now too. You need our votes. So you're telling me that you're not gonna push none of our agendas, but we're gonna push all your bullshit that sides with the
that
right?
that
Fuck that.
that's what the Democratic Party's doing right now, and that goes
But that's
back
what.
to
But no.
that
But
goes.
that's where
Hold
me.
on,
Hold on. That's where me and you agree at.
let me.
I
Uh,
agree that the Progressive Party should be saying, "Hey, y'all don't want to push for our shit? Then watch this shit.
well,
We gonna
here's
we
the
gonna be
issue though.
behind the scenes because we already got a movement. All we gotta do is continue to have a movement and say, look, we're gonna start primarying these motherfuckers. The Democrat Party can't stop the Progressive Party from primarying these fucking elite corporation Democrats.
Here's the issue though. Here's the issue. The only way that you do that is you vote against leadership. You're not going to be able to
No,
vote.
no, no. Listen, I understand that. That's what I'm saying. We
And
agree.
that's what I was saying like 4 or 5 weeks ago
No,
when
we
we
no,
when
no,
we,
no, no. We agree. We agree. What I didn't like. Listen, we agree. What I'm saying is, if you're going to do that, you have to understand that it will be backlash for that. So you have to be at the same time say, you know what? Okay, no,
that's backlash that you have to be willing to
no,
take
no, no,
though.
no, no, no.
That's
Listen
what
to
I'm
what.
saying.
No. We agreeing. What I'm saying is, if they're going to do that, then they have to have enough balls to say, well, okay, well, fine then. You know what? If it's like that, then we gonna get people to primary y'all in your own parts of the states. That's it. Like we're
Yeah,
going full out war on the corporate Democrats. This being nice to each other gotta quit too. We can
and
be
that's
hold on, we can
and,
be
yeah.
respectful, but we this nice shit. No.
And
So
that's what I was saying 6 weeks ago or 4 weeks ago or
yeah, but
whenever we talked
I don't
about
think.
it.
But I don't.
Because
I just don't think. Hold on. This is where
because
we disagree though.
because I knew it
Hold on.
was going to turn into that. Go ahead.
Hold on. I'm gonna let you jump in because I know I've been cutting you off. My bad. But I agree. But my issue is always is I don't think we have enough progressive. I'd rather for us to be like sneaky, not like sneaky, but kind of like they're not seeing us coming,
They're always going to see
going after
you
they
coming.
shit. No.
They're all yeah.
I don't listen. They didn't see AOC coming. They didn't see her coming. They didn't see her coming. They didn't see Cory Bush coming. They didn't see them coming. I'm telling you. So that's what
Well,
I'm
I
saying.
mean
If you're going to do that, you're going to be
that's what the media say.
hold on. No,
Go.
I'm saying if you're going to be bold like that, you go all the way bold. If you're just going to do it halfway, then it's not going to work. You gotta go bold all the way around. And what I mean by being bold, if you're gonna say, listen, we ain't voting for none of that shit unless we get some of the shit that we want, and then understand that they're gonna be coming at your seats, and you need to be trying to go at their seats as well. That's how you got to do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
But I
I
don't
mean,
think that the progressive party is strong enough to do that right now. That's my issue. But go ahead.
well, I mean, to be honest, therein lies the problem with the Democratic Party, because to be honest, the Democratic Party, and this is my issue with AOC and these types of people, is look, I'm fine with whatever you're doing, but look, if you're going to go and there's an unspoken word in the Democratic Party that the Republican Party doesn't have. And that unspoken word is that you don't criticize other Democrats. Republicans have no problem criticizing other Republicans. But the thing
Right.
is, when you get into the Democratic Party, and we saw that with the Tea Partiers. I mean, and
Mm-hmm.
this is why I love the Tea Party, because the Tea Party made Chuck John Boehner's life so miserable that he straight up quit. He's like, man, fuck this. I'm out of here. Go ahead and give me a lobbying job. I'm out this bitch. Right? Now, the
Mm-hmm.
issue that I have with the progressives is when they have power, they refuse to use it. And when it's time to actually criticize their own people, like Manchin, like Biden, everything else, they they basically act as an accessory to the Democratic Party. Look, nobody's going to take you seriously until you start criticizing the people that you're supposed to criticize. Everybody
Right.
understands that the
I get what you're saying.
Republicans
Okay. All right. Yeah.
are
Now
who they
I
are.
get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody understand. Everybody
Yeah.
understands that the Republicans are who they are. You don't get no special,
And you know, hold on.
gold
And
medal.
you
You
hold on.
you don't
You
get
know
no
why I
gold medal for doing
get
that.
you know why I get what you're saying? Because I think we had this conversation probably about a year or two ago, and I think that's where your frustration is. So
Yeah,
now I get it. Now I get it because sometimes
yeah,
listen. We don't talk like we supposed to on this show and hear each other out. Now, I guess feelings or whatever, and we standing on our of what we're talking about. But I get what you're saying because
yeah,
I remember when we came live and we talked about this when fucking AOC came out and said, "Oh no, she Mama Bear," and
yeah,
she had said something. Some, she had said something. She said something that she criticized Nancy Pelosi in a way that people took it as like she was being disrespectful. Like when she was saying that
yeah,
it's time to move on if the leadership in the Democrat Party is not going to try to push for bigger and bolder things, we need to move on from leadership. And people took that as like she was disrespecting. And I think some of the elite Democrats that been there for a lot while grabbed her and a couple of other progressives and was like, look, we don't do that shit over here.
yeah, yeah,
Like, and so, and they pulled her in. And I remember me and you having that conversation. He was like, what the fuck is she doing? Why is she saying that shit?
yeah,
Don't give a fuck about. Listen, you need to be criticized. You're not doing
yeah,
enough.
yeah. And that's what I knew that these progressives, quote unquote, were selling out. And I said that back then because here's the thing, right? You ain't never gonna see a Green Party progressive or any other progressive playing that way. And that's why I said as a progressive, there's a line between a Democratic Party progressive and a progressive in real life. And
Yeah,
and,
but
and if these people,
I think what happens when they get in there. It's like with Barack. Barack had good shit that he wanted to do when he got in there, but once he got in there and he got around those motherfucking people, and it changes you.
yeah,
It
yeah,
changes. It changes your perspective. And so I
yeah,
think that's why what happened to the AOCs of the world. Shit, the perspective changed. You get what I'm
right,
saying? And at the
right,
same time, it's like Bernie. It's like the same shit. Bernie stick to his guns, but you still see some shit from Bernie. You be like, yo, come on, do what the fuck are you doing?
man,
Like,
man,
you know what I mean? But
Bernie beat all.
he been in the game. He been in the game for so long. He been around that shit so much, so he kind of know when to say what he needs to say and when he don't. And so
Right.
the
Well,
young ones don't know that yet. But like you said, they gotta take a stand sooner or later. Because like, listen, and that's why I said, listen, if they don't do nothing in the next 2 years,
it's over.
nothing big and bold,
It's over.
listen to me. It's going to be over for the Democrat Party, and I mean by over for them, the corporate Democrats, because then that's when the progressive you need to come in. We did it y'all way for a long ass time for the last 6 years, or you want to say the 12 years, something like that. We've been doing it y'all way, and you motherfuckers, y'all lost the House, y'all lost the Senate, and in another 2 years, you may fuck around lose the White House. So,
Yeah.
like I said, this is all on the corporate Democrats. That's why, listen, the reason that I had a problem with what you were saying because I don't want you to blame them yet. This is not, listen, the Progressive Party ain't been this had a lot of people in Congress, had these many progressives in there in a long time. So it only been like now we going on with maybe 5 years now, maybe 6, that you having all these progressives in there, and it's still growing. Like I said, they got 2 to 4 years, and I believe they got 2. And listen, because 2022, I'll let you know exactly how shit is going to go in 2024.
Oh
This is what it is.
well, I can guarantee that the Democrats are going to lose one of their houses. They'll either lose
I
the
think that I think they lose.
they'll either lose the House, the Senate, or both. Like
I think they're gonna lose both.
like
I'm not picking
the
Senate or House. I think they're gonna lose both
yeah
of them bitches in 2022.
yeah
They don't do
yeah
anything bold.
yeah yeah.
This little
I mean
this bullshit. Okay, that's cool, but we're talking about minimum wage.
yeah
That's some shit that lasts long. You're just giving
yeah
people band-aids with this relief bill. That's the
yeah
band-aid. We're
100%.
talking about something bold like $15 an hour minimum wage. That's long-term shit.
Yeah
That's some shit you can run on.
yeah
This stimulus package bullshit, you can't run on this at the 2 years
yeah
or even a year.
yeah
But go ahead.
yeah
I'm sorry, bro.
yeah. And to be honest, like that's just how it is. See, I've seen this movie before, over and over and over and over again. That's why, to be honest, I look at the progressives, and I look at what they did and what they should have done. They should have basically had a Tea Party type mentality. But the thing is, the
Yeah.
moment that they
I know,
didn't,
I
the
think
mo
they did.
the mo the
I think they
yeah
got sucked in with the Democrat Party.
yeah
I think they
the
did. I think they
the
just got sucked in.
the moment they got suckered, it was over, bro. The moment they got
You're right.
suckered in, it was over.
Yep.
And to be honest, yeah, this week I don't know whether you saw this, but there's a person named Mira Tandon who was Hillary
Fuck that
Clinton's
bitch.
right hand woman, and fuck that bitch. I would throw her off the same cliff I would throw Nancy Pelosi and the rest of the Democrats off of, and I would do that personally because she's she's one of them people. Like I always say, the people that look like me that I don't fuck with. She's one of them people. So but to be honest, you know who defended her? The Justice Democrats defended her on
No,
CNN.
no,
It's
no, no,
like,
no. Hold
the,
on, hold on, hold on, hold on. Before you go
yeah,
off,
go ahead.
this, no, they wasn't defending her who she was. They wasn't defending that.
They
Listen,
they still
hold on. I
yeah.
listened to them and understood where they was coming from. And like I said,
I
I
don't
agree.
agree with it though.
No, I actually do agree because, like I said, you cannot have, or you got higher standards for a Democrat saying horrible shit, but you didn't have that for Trump. That's
Right.
what they were talking about. They wasn't talking about, the shit that she actually said. They wasn't defending it. They was defending that they wasn't even really defending her. They were just going after the Republicans and their hypocrisy. They wasn't really defending her. Like,
It sounded like a defense to me because here's the thing, right?
yeah, but see,
I,
you already
it,
hold on. You already, to a certain extent, got a little of a bias because you not bias, but yeah, a little of a bias
I mean, for somebody that hates progressives and calls Bernie Sanders a communist, and Bernie Sanders supporters Bernie bros and misogynist, and all kind of shit.
yeah,
People
but
people
it
that are
wasn't.
super.
No, but it wasn't about what you trying to put it as. That's why I said, and that was how the media spent that. Of course, the corporate media spent it that way, and the Republicans.
That's what her tweet said, bro.
No. I'm not talking about her. I'm talking about the progressive Democrats for defending her.
Yeah, yeah,
They wasn't defending her in the shit that she said. It was not doing that. See, sometimes we got to separate certain shit when people listen. I'm not.
A person
Listen.
like that,
It's,
from my
hold on,
perspective,
no, hold on,
uh,
time out. Listen, let me break it down so you can understand it more, right? In a simple way, right? It's like when Weezy came on here, right? And Weezy was saying all that shit about he hate white people and shit like that, right? I still say he my brother. I just disagree with what he was saying, right? I
right,
didn't defend what he was saying, right? I
right,
understood where it came from because of how racist white people made him feel and what they do now, right? And they have done. So I wasn't defending his actions and the shit that he was saying. I know he got what he does, but I still couldn't stand by what he was saying. That's not what the progressive movement was doing. They wasn't standing by what she was saying and what she stood for. They was going after the Republicans for their hypocrisy. They wasn't defending her. Now you seen corporate Democrats get on national TV and platforms defend her and that way of you talking about it, but the Bernie Sanders of the world, they wasn't defending her. They was defending the hypocrisy. They basically was going after the Republicans for their hypocrisy of they let Donald Trump and all the horrible shit that they have been saying and their nominees that they had in the last 4 years that said horrible shit on Twitter, and they still, you know, voted for these people. That's what they was talking about. They wasn't talking about none of that shit. They don't like that bitch. They don't like
well,
her.
hold on.
Go ahead.
From,
Go ahead.
from my perspective, and this is my perspective, I know that these organizations like the Justice Democrats and all this other bullshit, like a lot of this shit is front groups, right? Like from my perspective, you don't have to agree with me here. Knowing Near Attendant's history, knowing that she was pro drone, pro bombing, pro Libya takeover, pro Syrian bombing, pro Clinton Foundation, which was basically a foundation which basically took a bunch of money from foreign governments as a quid pro quo, and all this other kind of shit. Her hatred towards progressives, her her appeasement towards cutting Social Security, Medicare, and Medicaid, which the Democrats are doing right now, by the way, because of what do you call that, reconciliation. They can't stop Medicare, Medicaid, and Social Security cuts now. I don't know if you know that, but that's what's happening.
Right.
Somebody like that shouldn't get a parking pass anywhere near Washington. And anybody that says
we're not, hey, hold on. We're not disagreeing on that. Now, when we disagree, we're not talking about her. Like we're not like that's not why I'm not defending her at all. I don't want her. Listen, I'm okay. I'm glad that she's not going to get the nominee. I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
I'm just my issue is just like it probably was with a lot of progressives that I heard talk about the situation was that the hypocrisy of the Republican Party. That's it.
Well, the Republicans are always going to be hypocrites, but the thing is,
that was the issue. It wasn't people defending this bitch. Nobody fuck with her. Only person people like her is the corporate Democrats. The Republicans don't like her, and the progressives don't like her.
What was the video that you saw? Because basically, the video that I saw was somebody named Alexander Rojas, basically saying, "Look, like we need to stay together and we need to stick together, and basically, we need to let her go through because we have to stick together as Democrats. If we got to stick together as Democrats." To basically let that bitch go through, let the whole party burn because y'all don't stand for shit anyway. Y'all stand for this.
Whoever that was, I highly disagree. That ain't one of the people that I heard from.
Yeah,
so
and
if that person said that,
that person was the person that runs Justice Democrats.
No. I get that part, right?
Yeah.
But I didn't hear AOC or Bernie come out and defend her. They was going at the Republican.
Oh, right, right, right.
of seeing the
I
public shit.
understand that.
You
I
understand
understand that.
what I'm saying?
I'm not speaking on them. I'm speaking on her and what she said because she runs the Justice Democrats. So if you're supposed to be anti-establishment, but then you're sitting on CNN saying, "Look, man, we got to let her pass," blah blah, whatever. That shows me that y'all ain't as progressive as y'all say you are. Because a bitch like that shouldn't get no nomination ever.
And no, but you know what? I believe that a lot of times, that's why I tell people race doesn't matter. Sometimes race matters. Like I think that the reason that they pushing for her that much of the person that you're talking about is because they're
Yeah,
the same race. You get what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's part of it. People know how to separate. If somebody look like you, they're just a bad, horrible person, and you just leave it as that. You
yeah,
don't
yeah,
you don't
yeah,
you don't defend because they your race. Like
yeah,
now you being biased and almost a little a bigotry in a way.
yeah,
So
yeah.
you know what I mean? So I
And
agree with you.
that's why I don't believe in that all inism. A lot of times we get kind of hoodwinked into fucking with people that look like us. I'm gonna be the first one to throw her off the cliff.
Mm-hmm.
I do it. I do that shit
Yeah.
because that's my responsibility. I'll be the one to basically volunteer to do that shit because the type of shit that she did, killing innocent kids and okaying drones and all this other shit, man. That shit is like Cheney like. That's
Mm-hmm.
Cheney like, bro.
That's why like
Fuck
everybody
that
sitting there
shit.
giving Cheney all these props because she going. I don't give a fuck about
Fuck that.
Cheney.
Fuck
Fuck
that
that bitch.
bitch. Fuck that.
She don't get no props for that. Nigga, that's what. First of all, as a moral person, that's what you should do.
The one
You don't get no
the
props for that.
the one thing that I like with Trump hitting the Republican Party
What up?
is Trump basically took the axe handle to these people like the Bush family and the Cheney family. That's the one thing that I'm happy about because I couldn't stand those people, man. All those people should be in jail for war crimes for what they did. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, but you see all the motherfuckers, they still on the Joe Strawberry, whatever fuck his
Yeah,
name is,
whatever the
Joe,
fuck
on
that
the
is.
Joe, all the motherfuckers, they still on TV trying to pretend that
Yeah,
they ain't the Trump Republican. Motherfucker, y'all are. Y'all
yeah,
created
yeah,
Trump.
yeah.
Trump just, the
And
Tea Party, all that shit, you created that party by
yeah,
lying to them people.
yeah,
You lied to those people telling that you was working for them, and you got
yeah,
them all roused up. They found out that you're fired. So
yeah. You know, it,
they gonna hate us. We get that part, but they
yeah.
hate y'all now.
And
So like they y'all people.
to be honest, the Democrat Party isn't willing to basically throw what's his name, Andrew Cuomo under the bus either,
Man,
because
Cuomo
you
get ready to go the
you
fuck down. They get ready to. It's get ready to
yeah,
happen.
yeah.
They just trying to figure out how long they can keep this shit going.
Shout out to the courageous Democrats in New
You know what?
York that
I
are
think
basically gonna
listen,
go
listen.
kill him.
I think
Yeah.
the only reason that his ass ain't get fired on yet, like he's supposed to, is because Biden is trying to pass this
Yeah,
relief bill. So it's something to say, listen, we did this though, but we gonna get rid of Cuomo. Yeah, he fucked up. He was horrible. I'm just trying to tell you,
yeah.
Biden them, they didn't pass anything for the Democrat Party. They just all nobody really saying nothing about Cuomo. Like you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. By the way, the media and Biden are running interference to kind of let people forget about Cuomo. But ain't nobody in New York forgetting about what Cuomo did. We gonna get in that ass and basically throw him off the cliff too.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck that motherfucker.
The motherfucker, y'all understand? We gonna get mad at the Sanchez down there in Florida. Why the fuck we
Yeah,
ain't mad at yo?
yeah,
He had some
exactly,
shit too, and we know that
exactly.
and I tell people the one thing I love about I ain't gonna say I love, but I respect the criminality of Republican people. But they are good of just being bold and knowing how to do criminal shit. Like they go,
Yeah,
they find find loopholes to be criminal. Yo, that dude, the Sanchez, whatever the fuck his name
Yeah.
is, that governor, this nigga is down there doing twice as more horrible shit than Cuomo. Let's just be real. Like, honestly.
I wouldn't say that, man. Like,
No, he is. Listen, he is hiding. He is hiding data.
I would say
He is hiding
they're
data.
doing the same thing. I would say they're doing the same thing.
What I mean is the same thing. But what he has been hiding is probably 10 times worse of deaths than Chris.
Yeah,
Than Cuomo. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, there's documentation in the New York Senate right now saying that there's a bunch of stuff that he hid that they're trying to get affidavits for. So they hid the same shit.
He ain't gonna be that long. He ain't gonna be that long. Cuomo ain't gonna be that long.
The
Get
thing,
rid of his ass.
the thing that makes the Cuomo thing worse is throughout COVID, CNN and NBC and all this other kind of stuff, they were saying, "Oh, look at what a great job Cuomo is doing," and like they were washing his nuts, man. You know what I mean? Like at least with DeSantis, they weren't washing his nuts and they were telling the truth, but they were straight lying about Cuomo, bro.
The CNN angle.
But Fox News was lying about him too. I mean, listen,
I know.
They was doing the same thing, and I guarantee you, I'll put money on it. I believe that DeSantis, whatever his name is, down there in Florida, did worse. I guarantee a lot more people died of data that he had. He hit.
Yeah,
I guarantee that.
But
I'm not defending Cuomo. I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying. Now, everybody, listen. This is the problem I be having, man. This is the problem I have with America. See, I'm not a dude that sit there and I'm just take Democrat side and Republican side, right? But I don't like how America does this shit of things are exactly the same. They're not. Some things are just not the same. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not the same. It's like any other race in this country trying to compare their struggle to Black Americans is insane to me. It's not the same. Your struggle is not the same. Your mind frame of your thinking of when you leave your house is not the same as mine. It just is what it is. And just acknowledge that and stop pretending that this shit is the same. And it's the same thing with this Cuomo shit and this DeSantis. It's not the same to me because he did it first and did it in the opening and lied to people straight out. Like, we knew he was lying. And he kept shit open. Please, listen. I'm not trying to act like Cuomo, like, I'm not trying to give him a pass. But at least he shut shit down and he tried. Now he fucked up and hid some shit. Yes. He ridiculed. And shit should happen. He should be sued. A whole bunch of shit should happen. But it's not the same as that in Florida. It's the same.
As far as I'm concerned,
if shit really comes out, the shit that he been hiding, I guarantee you is 10 times worse. Oh yes, I guarantee you that.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, we got to get rid of both of those guys. Period.
No, they both to go.
Yeah.
But I'm just trying to get people to understand certain things are not the same. They're not. It may be similar, but it's not the same. That's like a motherfucker can murder. Right?
Right.
He meant to kill a motherfucker. All right. Killed the motherfucker, but it wasn't his intentions.
Right.
It's not the same. You understand what I mean? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But like what you saying, they gotta go. But go ahead, Frank. Let Frank jump in because Frank been listening. Go ahead, Frank. I'll let Callie jump in.
I mean, this is just where we're at. I mean, I'm just tired, man. I mean, it's just U.S. politicians in general. They're just so Machiavellian. Like they just act like nothing more. Like they're like really the country as a whole acts like when we're in civilian society or whether it's politics or in the workplace, like everyone is so Machiavellian with like this mob or mafia, organized crime mentality, where everyone's like backstabbing, the fakes, they're deceitful, and Biden, and recently once again fallen back on the $15 minimum wage to come included in the stimulus package. It's like no surprise, like because this is Bernie that was in there, he would have done more.
Oh well,
But
yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
Bernie was
mean,
there, this shit would have been done on day one, man. Fuck
yeah,
everybody. We gonna ramrod our shit through.
yeah,
right.
yeah,
And
yeah,
like I said, you got
yeah,
hold on, Frank. I ain't cut you off. This like I said, like listen, my expectations for the Democrat Party and leadership is very low. I
yep,
listen, dude. I'm not expecting anything. That's why I was saying that shit a year ago when they didn't have. Listen, they stole policies from Bernie to get passed. I mean, to get in office. Right? They used the progressive policies to even get the House, and then they turned around and did the same exact shit again. They just did it light, right? But it was enough for
mhm,
people. But then they threw on the fear mongering shit about Trump. Yeah, we know Trump horrible, man. Nigga, what did he do? He was incompetent to do
Right,
anything.
right.
So, no, 4 years of Trump wouldn't have been that bad, believe it or not.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah,
So
I
that's just
agree with that. I
that's
agree with
my
that.
that's my issue of people went out and voted for Biden. Like you put a dude in here that we was already. He ain't nothing but a white version of Barack, nigga. The fuck.
To be
And he's
honest, I feel like
probably even
I
worse.
I feel like 4 years of Trump coming forward would have been better for the progressive movement because the Democratic Party would have been completely destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
They wouldn't have no
like,
choice but
yeah,
to do what
yeah,
we asked them to do.
they wouldn't have any choice but to get rid of those old motherfuckers. Now those old motherfuckers are still there. And now they're celebrating because they got an old motherfucker like Joe Biden there to do whatever he wants to do on top of it.
No, don't worry about it. Because like I said, the one thing I learned about the party, the corporate Democrat Party, they got what they want for the next 2 to 4 years.
They gonna fuck it
Republicans,
up.
hold on. Yeah, they gonna fuck it up, but the Republicans
Yeah.
right now in the states fucking up. They doing voter suppression, and they ain't even focusing on that. And so that's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to tell people. My expectations is not that high, dude. It's
Yeah.
very low. But go ahead, Frank. I'm sorry to cut you, bro.
no, I mean, and Biden also broke his promise on something else before. I don't know what it was. I think it had something to do with the immigration thing. I don't know. Like he built he gave like the kids in cages like
Oh
a
yeah,
sugar coated name like he
yeah.
called them.
I don't.
That shit's
I
still
don't.
that shit's still going on.
I
Actually,
don't.
there's 90.
No.
Yeah,
My
Go
thing is
go.
I don't blame Biden for that. I don't. I'm not mad at him about that because
Actually, there's more
no,
people that are getting.
it's
Yeah,
almost
go.
like no. Listen to me. It's almost like I came in office and shit was all fucked up. Same thing with some of the shit with Biden. Trump fucked some of this shit up so bad that like, I don't think it's gonna take time for him to fix it. So the little shit that he's doing is not gonna seem like it's enough, or it's gonna seem like it's still a little cruel.
Well,
Trump
you know,
fucked
I
some
mean,
shit up, dude. He fucked. Just listen. We can blame Biden for he only been there 2 months. Trump had 4 years to fuck this dude.
I,
He fucked immigration up so bad and fucked shit up at the border so bad, and the laws and shit.
yeah,
It's not gonna be easy to just come in there and do an executive order and fix it.
here,
You gotta go through Congress, you gotta do a whole bunch of other shit. You gotta change the
here,
mentality. We had 4 years of this motherfucker sitting here saying immigrants is bad, and you got almost majority half of the country feel that way. So listen, I don't blame Biden for that. The immigration shit is to me, I don't talk about that shit that much. Is because it's very complicated. It's not as easy as everybody think it is. We shouldn't lock kids in the cages and all that other shit. Well, what are you supposed to do to them? What you supposed to do for them? Just let them run? Just let them go? Like just let them just run in America? You can't do that. It's not. Listen, you can make the situations better or where they've been detained at, but you just can't let them go.
Yeah, no, nobody's saying that, bro. All I'm saying
No,
is when
no,
I
but
look,
that's what I'm hearing. No,
yeah,
but that's what I'm hearing from even progressive people. Like, dude, y'all are y'all kidding me? Like some of these, are y'all kidding me? It's not as easy as you think of getting these kids in homes and shit. It's the fucking kids in the United States that can't in the that's in what you call it? Damn it, that is in foster care. They can't find a good house to live in.
Yeah, they're growing
So
out of it.
come on. So like we gotta be realistic about this shit. We just can't. Oh, he get in there, he gonna do. No, that shit takes time. You gotta fix it, and especially ever a motherfucker that's came in there and we didn't like what Barack did either, but he took that shit and made it 10 times worse. Trump did. Come on, bro. Like it's
well,
shit. Like I'm not. Listen, I'm fair. I'm not blaming Biden for the immigration shit. I'm not like right now. Like he got time to do that to me because I just think that that shit is so fucked up that it's going to take a couple of years to fix because it took years to fuck it up. Sorry,
all right.
it ain't
Well,
no it ain't shit that just
the
come in there and fix right away. But go
the yeah,
but go ahead, and then I let Frank jump in.
the
Go ahead.
the issue with Biden is the deportation numbers are going up. They're not going down.
Right.
So
Well,
like
that's what I'm saying. What he's supposed to do about that? See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is what. Listen,
the
I educate myself. No,
unlawful
no,
determine yeah, the
no, no, no.
unlawful determine
Hold on,
yeah. Go ahead.
hold on. Listen, I educate myself in the shit, but I don't like talking about it because I feel a part of me feel like I'm not as much educated in this shit, right? A part of me use common sense and the little education that I do that I have learned from it, right? Or the shit that the shit I learned from it, learned about it, right? Listen, listen, the shit was gonna go up regardless. It was gonna go up regardless because you gotta understand. Just because you had a new president come in doesn't mean that the people that are in power that was Trump people that's in power that have a lot to do with this immigration shit. And I'm talking about court levels and talking about ICE and you talking about all these other shits. These are Trump people that was okay with just deporting these people. And this shit was already in progress. So listen, you got to change like you shit gotta change. It's gonna take a minute. And some people are gonna
Yeah.
get fucked over. It's just what it is.
Well,
Listen,
you
we
know,
getting fucked all the time, dude. So I don't know why people are so upset of immigrants getting fucked over. I'm just almost shocked and appalled by it. Because I'm just like, yo, this shit ain't easy, dude. Not
well,
immigration. Immigration is very complicated. It's
well,
probably the most complicated shit that you probably can, other than intelligence and knowing what's going on outside of the country. That's probably second. Immigration, when it comes to this country, is very complicated. It's not
yeah.
as easy, not as everybody was like, well, we need to do this and it should be this. No, that shit don't work like that.
All right.
There's a bunch of
So
shit that comes with that. Trafficking and a whole bunch of other shit that comes with that, man.
I'm gonna,
And then
I'm
you
gonna,
got bad
yeah.
people doing fuck shit with immigration. So you gotta
I'm,
like,
I'm gonna,
go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
I'm gonna explain my way through this. The reason that this is like harmful to see is because this is what we call democratic double talk, in the sense that uh, Joe Biden said when he got into office. Actually, this was the rallying cry for Latinos when he was lying to them. he was saying, in my first 90 days uh, of being in office, there aren't going to be any deportations. He said that, and it's okay. Like, I knew he was going to lie about it because Joe Biden lies about everything. But the thing is, uh,
I
he
don't think no
tripled.
look. Talking about
Hold
no no
on,
talking about
hold
talking
on.
about. I don't no I don't look talking about. I don't think it was a lie. I think his expectations of doing telling people what he was going to do was wrong to do. I don't think he lied. Listen, shit. A lot of shit was already in progress. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, listen, and this is the problem I'm having. Listen, we got to be fair of some of this shit. Listen, we get into Democrats, as you know that what we do on this show,
Sure.
Cal. But some of this shit ain't they fault. Yo, the Republicans had 4 years of fucking this shit up, dude. It's not easy to come in, and then when you get in that bitch, and listen, and I know for a fact, and this is a fact, I know that Trump fucked a lot of shit up and kept a lot of confusion going on in certain entities of our government that he was running and chaos on purpose because he knew he lost, especially when he knew he was getting the fuck up out of there and he did nothing and shit like that. He hadn't been doing shit for 4 years, fucking up shit, and then he knew he lost. He did shit on purpose of keeping chaos. And I'm telling you, when you get into a chaos situation like that, it's hard to get your head around it. And you got to think about it. We in a pandemic. You got to get certain people in positions to handle certain stuff, to go through Congress. It's going to take a lot. Get a man a minute on this immigration shit.
All right.
Listen,
Look.
talk.
That's
No, no,
fine. That's
no, no,
fine.
no, 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 no. Talk. I'm saying I'm not blaming Joe Biden for certain shit. I will blame for a lot of shit, but I'm not blaming for immigration. That shit is not easy to do, and it probably was all fucked that Trump left him. And then shit that he got to go around and try to fix. And at the same time, you got to think about people mind frames and state of minds that Trump had these people that he put power to do this immigration shit. And I'm talking about judges. Like, dude, seriously, it's not as easy as everybody thinks. He's supposed to go in there and fix that shit. It's not easy
Oh,
like that.
all right.
Go ahead.
So all I'm gonna say is this, right?
It's not
I'm
like the
not.
FBI or some shit. He can go in there. He can go in the FBI fix that shit like that. It's like just shit. The black. Well, of course, that's why I'm on. But this immigration shit is very complicated. This shit that
I,
the injustice that go on with black people is not complicated. But go ahead.
this is all I'm gonna say. Right now, and I knew that this was gonna happen, but to be honest, Joe Biden's doing what Joe Biden wants to do, and I knew it was gonna happen like this. But to be honest, I'm not gonna give Joe Biden a pass just the way I didn't give Trump a pass. From my perspective, if the
I'm
numbers are go-
not giving him a
hold on,
pass. I'm just
hold
saying
on,
I'm not
hold on,
immigration shit. I'm just not doing.
hold on.
Go ahead.
Let me just finish what I'm saying real quick. If the numbers are going up, the shit's going in the wrong direction. Now, the reason that I say what I say is because this reminds me somewhat of what was happening with domestic arrests in the 80s and the 90s. And what was happening was, while everybody was saying that the economy was doing great, blah 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 blah, everything's going good, blah 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 blah, arrests were going up, and nobody was paying attention until
Nobody's saying
it.
that. Nobody's saying none of that. I don't know
What
where you coming
what
up with this shit.
what
Nobody's
what
saying the
what
economy
I'm
is doing good. Nobody's
what
saying immigration is doing good. Nobody's really saying that Joe Biden got a handle fully on this COVID and shit. Shit's fucked up. Listen,
what I'm
this is
saying is
not
there's
back in the
no
day. This is something new. We
a
gotta
what
deal with what we see. We cannot keep on dawning on the past of some shit that we think that people
what
should do back in
what
the
I
day. This shit is different. We in a different generation. Shit
what
is
I
evolved.
what I'm saying is they're not gonna pay attention to it. They're gonna pay attention to what they want to pay attention to, and this shit's gonna happen in the background, and it's gonna get worse because
No,
because
listen.
because
Go ahead. Go ahead.
because now they're not going to have pictures of kids in cages and whatever else like that because the optics are different. If they show kids, if they show the same thing that Trump was doing that's happening with Biden right now, it would make Biden look bad. So they're running interference for the fact that they're not going to show it
And
for
you
Joe
know,
Biden.
and you know what? You are right about that. But the issue is that it would be unfair to Biden because this is not. He didn't create this. The shit with the
Sure,
immigration shit
sure.
is not his creation. He's trying to fix it. Listen, you can't pay for something that I did not do. I'm trying to fix the situation. Of course, it ain't gonna move as fast, and maybe I have verbalized this shit, or maybe make it seem like I'm coming in and do this or some shit like that. But maybe I did not. Maybe he should be a little bit more honest and say, "Listen, this is more complicated than I thought because Trump came in." The problem I had with Biden is that fuck it, blame Trump for it. The reason that you can't get like shit is not as easy for you to fix is because Trump fucked it up. Say it, but he won't do it, and that's my issue.
Well,
I don't have an issue that
and
he can't fix it right away. It's just that he won't blame the motherfucker that put him in the situation.
and 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 to be honest, the reason why this is a lot of people don't understand this, but I'm gonna kind of put a bow on this. This is a
Right.
Democratic presidency, and the way that the Democrats do things, the Democrats are really good at smiling in front of the cameras and making you feel like everything's okay. That's what they're good at. That's what Clinton was good at. That's what Obama was good at while he was bombing and doing whatever he was doing. Like the Democrats are good at this. And so you have to understand that that's what they're good at. The Republicans are clumsy. Like they'll do the evil shit and they're like, yeah, if it shows up, who the fuck cares? The Democrats will do the evil shit, but what they'll do is like say, look at what we're doing over here. Like, look at what's happening with all this diversity, blah blah blah, whatever. Right? I'm just saying that's how the two parties operate. So just because Joe Biden's here or Barack Obama's here or somebody else is going to be here doesn't mean that the evil shit that we do as a country is going to stop. It never stops.
No. I understand that. I'm just saying that. Listen, listen. Ain't nothing gonna be perfect, and ain't gonna be nothing in this country or anywhere around the fucking world because um we are not perfect people. We are very flawed as individuals.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I listen. See, I think people sometimes need to lower the expectations of what they expect from others. You know what I mean?
sure.
So that's why, for me, I don't, I don't I'm not defending Biden. I'm just being fair. Like fair. Listen, fairness comes from me. This is how I look at being fair, right? That my expectations for a person, even if they're in power or not, and you ain't got to be in power. My expectations for you is not that high because my
Right.
expectations of how I carry myself is way more higher than yours. So you're not gonna live up to what I want you to do or be. You get what I'm
Sure. Sure.
saying?
I get that.
So
I get that.
I lower my expectations for anybody. My expectations for people is not high. So listen, so that's fair to me because it proved to me for 4 years that this country was ran by a fucking reality star that did nothing, and then motherfuckers are sitting out here. Almost half of the country is out here glorifying this dude like he's the next thing better
Yeah.
than Jesus. And
Yeah.
so
Mhm.
my expectations of people is very low, nigga.
Yeah. But
It's very low.
but you have to understand. You could say that for. I mean, I say that for all the presidents. I say this. None of these presidents were shit. They never gonna be shit. And if you think that the presidents or any of these governments are really gonna be with you like that, man, like look, this America we talking about. So, you
Listen,
know,
first of all, Martin Luther King wasn't perfect.
that's all.
Even nigga, he had flaws. He had shit that I disagree with him.
Sure.
That nonviolent shit, I disagree with it. I thought it was. I actually I crippled black people to a certain extent. So
Yeah.
listen, we all got our things that listen. No perfect. Like I said, my expectations for people is not that high. Just like Malcolm X, I thought. I mean, he finally did come around sooner or later, but it was too late. Wound up assassinating him. He came around and started to want to work with some of these black leaders, and like Martin Luther King and them. I thought that he should have did that first. He should start. He should been about that first, the Nation of Islam and stuff like that. So we all got our flaws. We not perfect. That's why I said, listen, I don't fucking like Jim Crow Joe. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sit there and act like I like him. I don't like him. I think he's a bigot. And the crazy thing about it, I think a part of him don't even know that he's a bigot. Because there was some shit that just came out that way he used the N-word. Just recently.
Oh. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So, like I said, listen, man, listen. My expectations for people is very, very low. I don't think that Joe Biden is going to do anything. That's just my expectation. Now, if he do something good, I give him his props. But if not, I won't do it. That's like Trump. I didn't think Trump was going to be a good president. I thought he was just going to do exactly what he did,
Yeah.
and he proved me right. But when he did some good, I gave Trump his props. It just is what it is. So, that's my thing.
Ironically, and this is kind of cold to hear. Ironically, I think you're going to get more from Trump when it comes to uh, comparing the two. I think you're going to get more from Trump when it comes to um, criminal justice reform than you're ever going to get out of Biden.
Yeah,
And my issue with the Democrats, and I said this when Trump did what he did, I was cool with what Trump did when Trump did what he did about the criminal justice reform. It was one step. Of course, we need more steps on top of that. My issue is when the Democrats were saying negative shit, they're like, well, yeah, this is the first step, but now what? And my issue with the Democrats when it comes to
because
this is,
because listen, the first step was created by them. That wasn't a Republican thing. That was a Democrat shit.
well, I
So
mean, the
no, no,
the
no, no,
Repu-
no, no, no.
the
Hold on.
Republicans passed it though. So
No. I
so
understand.
so
Now,
so
listen, you
so
can
they
listen.
get so
Hold on,
they get credit for it.
hold on. And that was no. Look, I understand it, but that's my thing. That's why I say that people need to be very engaged in politics. Listen, it's just like you said that Trump might be more on justice reform because he's not going to do it genuinely. He's just doing it because it's going to make him look good, right? Or get
Well,
votes from black. Listen
well,
to what I'm saying. Hold on, hold on,
yeah,
hold on.
sure,
Time up.
sure.
Now he did all that shit, right? He going to all that, right? He say he going to do all that. He did all that. The justice reform first step. It didn't matter because he still sided with the police. He still
Sure.
sided with the police. So all that first step means anything. It don't mean anything when you're giving the okay and the green light to fucking cops to beat the shit out of black people.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true.
You double talking.
That's true. But here's
So
the
it doesn't mean
difference.
anything. That first
Here
step to me didn't mean a motherfucking thing for me.
here here's here's the difference though.
You
You
listen,
still
it's like a
yeah
motherfucker sitting there telling you, giving you shit, saying, yeah, hey man, listen, I'm giving you this because I know you're going through something. But then turn around and side with the motherfuckers that's actually taken from you. Come
right.
on.
Here's
So
here's
you're not
here
really doing anything for me.
here's the deal though. Here's the deal.
It's not a plan. It's not you're
Here's
not doing anything. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
here's the deal. Biden's gonna have black people beat up by those same cops, and he's not gonna do anything either. So
That's what
from
I said. I said
from
that.
so from my perspective, I might as well just say, hey, like, look, I know y'all gonna beat me up, blah blah blah, but if y'all can do something,
Listen,
at least that's better. All I'm saying is what
listen
Trump
to me.
did was better than the status quo. That's
No,
all
he
I'm
didn't.
saying.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah,
I mean,
actually, he did no different than what Joe Biden did. Listen.
what Joe Biden did.
Hold on. Oh, even what Joe Biden is not going to do. It's the same shit.
Well,
Listen. Hold on.
well,
Time out.
Joe Biden was worse
Ain't
because
nobody, hold on. Listen.
Because
Ain't
Joe
nobody,
Biden wrote the crime bill, right? So that's all I'm saying. All I'm saying,
first,
all I'm
I get
saying for
that.
the all I'm saying for the Democrats is this.
Hold on. Time out. What
All,
the fucking rhetoric that comes out of the fucking Republican Party and Trump mouth for the last 4 years is no different than what Joe Biden did pass a bill. They ignored shit.
all
They
right.
listen. When you tell black people we're over exaggerating with police brutality, it's no difference than what Joe Biden did, even with the crime bill. It's no difference. We
Well,
seen
I
that one.
mean,
No, listen. That's not what I wanted to say. Listen, because I let
my
Frank jump in.
okay. Okay.
I gotta let Frank. I gotta let
Uh,
LT jump in. Listen,
real quick. Just give me 10 seconds to get this off, and then after
good.
that, I'm done. My issue is this. Okay. Uh, if the Democrats are going to say this is the first step, blah blah blah, and they're not going, they're going to bang the Republicans on it. That's fine. If you guys want to do something, y'all better do something because if you don't, then Trump won that because at least he got those reforms in, like the what is it, powder to crack cocaine situation being the same, the three strikes law being taken out, and the 1 to 400 year situation being taken out too for crack cocaine and everything else. I'm not saying that it's a lot, but what I'm saying is if the Democrats are going to criticize the Republicans for what they're doing, they better come up with a better plan. That's all I'm saying.
I know. I get that. What I'm saying is that
That's all I'm saying.
I
And
don't agree with.
and,
He did. It didn't mean anything.
and they got rid of mandatory minimums too. So that
I
helps.
get that. I get that. No, it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't matter. Listen. Listen. The states got to adopt.
Yeah,
He didn't make the states adopt that first act bill.
yeah,
That's only on a federal
and
level. So
that's
listen. So
and that's what Biden's got to
it
do,
doesn't
and
mean.
that's what
But
Biden's
that's
got
what I
to do
said.
if he
I
wants to do
understand
it.
that, but my point is, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean nothing.
Yeah, I get it.
People catching and shit like that. We're talking people catching state charges. He didn't make the states
Yeah,
adopt these Republican states or adopt that first act shit. He didn't
yeah,
do that.
yeah.
So it doesn't mean
I know,
anything. I
I know.
don't give a fuck that he did. It means nothing. It means nothing to me. Sorry. Listen, I know everybody had high hopes that he did do that. I don't give a fuck. That shit don't mean nothing. We talking about people at states that's locked for so many years over fucking dumbass possessions and shit like
Yeah,
that. On the federal level, that's fine, but that's rare that people catch felony charges. That's rare.
yeah.
There's more people that's locked in state prisons than it is federal.
Yeah,
That's just a fact.
that's right. That's right.
So that didn't mean anything. That's my whole issue. Like everybody get about, you know what? He didn't make them adopt this policy. He didn't say, listen, y'all got to do this in these states. He didn't do none of that.
Yeah,
So it
yeah,
means that.
yeah. And
So
that's what Biden has
I'm
to
not trying
do. I
to
mean,
hold up, and I'm not
that's the
trying to
next step.
people, and I'm not trying to knock people that are in federal, we ain't riding them and nothing like that. Yeah, listen, I want them to get out on some bullshit. Of course, I'm not
Yeah,
saying that, but it's more black people and minority people locked up in state prisons than it is
yeah,
federal. Just a fact.
yeah.
So his first action didn't
Yeah,
mean anything.
you're talking about the 90-10 thing. I agree with that. And that's
That's what.
that's what the Democrats need to do. If they're going to say something about that, then I want to see their plan, because I would love to uh, basically support what the Democrats do if they do something on a state level. I'd support that in 10 seconds. Yeah. Go ahead, guys.
No, I mean, I think that all of this, these politicians and how Machiavellian that they are, uh, really goes back to it's a reflection off of the people in my eyes, because
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true.
because like the people act in the same Machiavellian way, in the deceitful and backstabbing way that that the politicians do. I mean, we all live in America. We know how people are. Everyone's
Sure.
backstabbing and everything. So that's a reflection. So really, like the people up top reflect the people at the bottom, in a way. And also, people vote subjectively off of their feelings rather than objectively off of the facts. Because basically, like for instance, Trump supporters, like they voted for Trump because it was racism. They didn't look at policies. And you want to know another thing? I was watching why certain Asian Americans voted for Trump. If you saw that trend that was going on back in 2016, Chinese Americans for Trump, or Chinese Americans love Trump. They voted for him because they thought that he lined up with their traditional Chinese values and stuff. And one Chinese dude that was a supporter for Trump says, "Well, I just like what he says and how he says it. I just like the way he talks." So okay, moron. Okay, moron. Supposedly, like you're stereotyped as being good at math and smart and stuff, but apparently you're saying that, oh, you just love the way that he talks, so you don't love his policies. So a lot of these Chinese Americans for Trump, they just say, oh, we just like that that he lines with our traditional Chinese value, not the policies. So there's the first world problem right there.
Well,
People voting, yeah, in that way.
yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
yeah. Well, here's the thing with Chinese folks and a lot of Asian folks. I mean, Asian folks aren't the same as Indian folks, but uh,
Yeah,
a lot of these people, you have to understand where they come from. They come from Asia
mm-hmm.
back there, and what that means is they're most Asians are extremely socially conservative, and
Yeah,
they're extremely socially conservative, and
yep,
they're also very pro business in terms of low taxes.
yep. That's why they
So
can do it.
Hey,
you
hey, hey,
put
hold on.
those two.
Hold on. Hey, Kelly,
So
go ahead and run.
yeah,
Kelly, go ahead and
Yeah,
run the
I'm
show.
Korean. Yeah, I can relate.
go go ahead,
Go
go
ahead and
ahead.
run the show for me.
So uh, no problem, bro. I'll do that for a second. So if you put those two things together, you talking about like the Chinese, the Vietnamese, like that's what they go for. A lot of these Asians are similar to Cubans in that sense.
Yep.
Very socially conservative, very pro business, low regulation, low tax. They're looking
Mm-hmm.
out for themselves.
Yep.
That's how they do it.
Yeah.
Now, for them, that's what matters for them, and I guess
Mm-hmm.
that's why those people voted Republican. You know,
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
to be honest, those people traditionally vote for Republicans. They voted for Bush, they voted for Trump. They'll
Yep.
vote for the next Republican because for them, the way they look at it is it's a meat and potatoes issue when I
Mm-hmm.
can pay lower taxes and make more money. That's what they
Mm-hmm.
care about. You know, it,
Yeah.
it, it's
Yeah.
it's a cold reality, but that's what it is. But go
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm Korean, and I was adopted from South Korea into a very conservative white family, and I grew up in one of the most racist townships in Pittsburgh. It was a pretty right
Okay.
wing. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
I've gotten to make a long story short. I gotten into fights, because like a lot of racist white kids would get violent with me, but but
Sure.
I turned out to be different from those Asians. Like I'm
Oh yeah.
pretty left leaning, because
Oh
I
yeah.
know that
Yeah.
that in America, like conservatism is in America in general. in my eyes, as a Korean, American, as someone that was adopted from Korea,
Sure.
conservatism in America is built from just telling it for what it is. It's nothing more than a lie ideology. Because if you look at the conservative politicians and even the everyday people, like the comprised of people who lie and manipulate, and also like it's an ideology to where if you look at the policies and the things that they stand for, it's mainly it's mainly meant to hurt other people or harm others. So like I'm just I don't know, like maybe I'm not like those other ones where it's like I'm all I'm business minded, I'm conservatively social. Well, no, like like I'm someone who looks at the situation for what it is and tells it for what it is and
Sure.
doesn't bull.
I
That's how
understand that.
social I am.
I
Yeah,
understand that. Yeah, I understand that completely. But
yeah,
I'm
Yeah,
just saying that's how a
yeah,
lot of
yeah,
Asians think. I
yeah.
mean,
I agree.
uh, but obviously,
Kelly,
uh,
Kelly,
any particular group of people are not
Kelly.
a monolith.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
so there's differences inside of every group, regardless.
Yes, definitely. Yeah, because all callers voted for Trump too.
Kelly.
Like you had Latinos for Trump, you had gays for Trump. But but I guess that hey, that kind I mean,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
Kenny said,
yeah,
like they're just
Kelly.
we just live among stupid people.
yeah. So what's going on, LT?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, bro. Go ahead.
Sorry, my thing was kind of low.
Yeah.
Did you know that Koreans, when they come, like you said, they're pro. These Asians are pro businesses, and when they come here, they um they have a lot of generational wealth.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they'll either come with generational wealth or they'll live like 10 to a house and basically create generational wealth that way. I mean, that's the hustle, man. Like everybody shows up, everybody kind of hangs out in the same household, and everybody kind of gets their money up, and all of a
Uh-huh.
sudden, then you go buy a nail shop or whatever these people do, regardless. Everybody
Right.
got their own hustle.
Hey, Kelly, what you were saying about you were saying that Biden is not going to do good for us.
Of course not.
Yeah,
Of
I
course not.
agree. hundred
Of
percent
course
agree.
not. Of course not. He's in no real reason to actually do that. There's nothing that he has to do for us.
Right.
That's it. That's
Do you
it.
watch Do you watch Jason Black?
Yeah, I do. I actually like Jason Black. Shout out to the Black Authority.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was watching his video 5 days ago, and these black liberals had caught out Joe Biden because he ain't giving no reparations, and Roland Martin had called him out, and he's been buck dancing for the Democratic Party for a decade.
Roland Martin is irrelevant. Roland Martin does all that kind of buck dancing, shoe shining shit anytime he feels like. But go back to what you were saying, bro.
Right.
Yeah,
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 what I was saying is that Roland Martin, he's been buck dancing for the Democratic Party for a decade.
100%, 100%. And this is why I say that the Democratic Party is not the future. It's not the answer. Regardless of what any of these uh, con- progressives say, if they do the same thing that leadership does, then they ain't for us.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Shit,
Right.
for sure, man. So,
Yeah. We
so
just
yeah,
need. Yeah. Yeah, we need more of a Bernie Sanders type in there. I mean, Bernie, he's Biden's age, and like how many years do you have left? Like, I mean, yeah, we got younger bloods like AOC and
I,
Warner,
I
but
mean, I mean, to be honest, my issue is we need a third party that's a
yeah,
progressive party that's
uh,
willing to burn down the Democratic Party and replace the Democratic Party with a progressive party. I'm not
yeah,
willing to salvage anything in the Democratic Party or anyone in the Democratic Party. That's where me and Kenny are a little bit different. I've
Right.
dealt with the Democratic Party enough to know that there's no limit to the fuck shit that the Democratic Party be doing. Straight
Yeah.
up.
No, it's the same old song and dance. Like
Yeah,
in a way, like a lot of people like say that like they always fall to the Republicans, but that's not. I don't think it's because that they're very but I do believe in the talk that there's just two sides of the same coin, like Republicans and Democrats.
yeah,
So that's why I vote for neither. I'm not
yeah.
registered to neither.
Remember,
They're both jerks.
Go ahead, LT.
right?
Yeah, go ahead.
And you remember, LBJ quote when he said he'll have those niggers vote for Democrats the next 200 years.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yep.
yeah. But here's the deal with politics, though, and this is the cold hard reality of politics. The cold hard reality of politics is you're never gonna meet somebody that's a moral person inside of politics. They're all dirty. Like
Right.
like so the thing that you have to do is you got to go to each one of these parties and say, look, I don't like you, you don't like me, but look, we need to go do something about this, and if you go do something about this for me, I'll go fuck with you for this election cycle.
Too much
that's
division.
that's that's how it really goes. You got to take the best deal regardless of whatever that deal is. You know what I mean? So from my perspective, if the Democrats aren't going to give me, single payer health care or criminal justice reform or something like that, I go to the next party and say, look, and by the way, you'll probably get this out of the Republican Party because the Republican Party needs more people that are minorities that vote for them than the Democratic Party does. So what you do is you go over to the Republican Party and say, look, I don't give a fuck about none of y'all, but look, I'm trying to get this deal down to basically get criminal justice reform done and get other things done like government contracts. Basically, what Ice Cube was doing. And basically,
Right.
what you do then is you say, look, here's the deal, take it or leave it. We gonna do something or not. But what ends up happening is you got so many people dealing with like the moral side of politics, and there is no such thing as political morality. That
No,
the TV stations are going to say, well, this party's better than that party. These people are good. Those people are bad. They're all fucked.
that's who
And
you
it's
got to
Right.
pay to
OG,
be in politics. Yeah.
hold on. OG, you good? Your mic good?
no,
Still can't hear.
nah, he's
OG,
still
something
gone.
going on, man. You got something going on over there, bro. Come on.
And
Yeah.
He's still gone, man. But
Kylie,
yeah,
What?
yeah. Go ahead,
do you
LT.
remember? Do you remember when Obama said black fathers don't take care of their children and
Man, fuck Obama. Fuck
they eat too
Obama.
much fried chicken?
Fuck Obama, dude. Like Obama's the biggest disappointment in my lifetime at least.
Right. And
Because
he and he
and and the
Biden took
reason
Obama's third term.
and the reason I say that is because I actually expected something out of Obama, but I was stupid for doing that, and that's what turned me into a cold motherfucker when it comes to this politics shit. I don't I
Yeah,
don't expect nobody to do nothing.
right.
You know what I mean? I'm just
yeah.
I'm just out there kind of quote unquote being a terrorist and basically being like, yo, like y'all need some minorities to vote for y'all. Give me policy and I'll give you the votes.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck. Like that's just how I play it. Because here's the thing: the Democrats ain't gonna give you policy, but they're gonna expect you to vote for them. That's criminal. It's
Yep.
criminal to expect me to vote for you when you don't give me anything. Fuck
Right.
you.
See, and this don't. It really don't make no sense because a day and a half ago, Obama admitted and said he didn't support reparations because of white folks. My reaction was like, wow.
I mean that's true, but here's the thing, right? Cornell West said that Barack Obama was a black mascot for white people.
Yeah.
So to be honest, he don't really he don't really look here's the cold hard truth of Barack Obama. Barack Obama was a dude that grew up in Hawaii and grew up in Indonesia. He's not a dude that grew up in Mississippi. And the simple fact that they were able to con people to thinking that this dude that went to Harvard, that basically went to a high end law practice where he was getting paid millions of dollars, was the same as a black dude in Mississippi or Alabama or whatever. That's false. And the Democrats are really good at doing that. The Democrats always have these like highbrow kind of black folks, like Cory Booker's the next dude. It's like, oh, well, like Cory Booker's black just like you. No, Cory Booker's black. He's not black like me. That's the difference. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like saying this. It's like you got all these kind of stupid ass people in our community. It's like, oh well, don't you like Kamala Harris? She's Indian just like you. I'm like, no, she's not Indian just like me. She grew up in Oakland. I don't know who her mama is. I don't know who her daddy is. I don't know shit about her from a can of paint. She ain't like me. I grew up
They
with a bunch of black people, a bunch of Latino people, and a bunch of middle class white folks. We didn't grow up the same.
right.
Don't you dare tell me that she like me. No.
Yep.
See, and a lot of times, bro, we get caught up in that bullshit. We get caught up in that bullshit that just because somebody looks like us, they might have like a face that looks like us, whatever, that we supposed to automatically fuck with them. No, I
No,
fuck with
so good
people
to be fun.
based on I fuck with people based on their values, not how the
Yeah,
fuck they look. Period.
Right.
yeah.
Obama
Don't
claimed
yeah, don't
that.
judge a book by its cover. No,
Go
go
ahead,
ahead.
Frank.
No, I was saying, yeah, I agree. Yeah, I agree. Don't judge a book by its cover. I mean,
100%.
I think, yeah, and I think don't too many people, they do that, and then as a result, like they don't think of like when they, for instance, they do that when they these people in, so therefore they don't look. They just say, oh well, that person on the surface looks good, but they don't look what's beneath the surface at all. So therefore they end up voting for the wrong people because they don't have any further in-depth information on that person.
Yeah.
So they pay for it.
And you know what,
Yeah,
Kelly? What you just said
yeah,
about people look like us. These other minorities like the Puerto Ricans, the Cubans, Dominicans, and all these. They don't accept their blackness, but you don't see no Europeans doing that like the Irish, the Russians, the British. They don't ever be saying they're not white. So that
Yeah.
don't make no sense to me.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, the thing that you have to understand about those people, like the Puerto Ricans, the Dominicans,
Jamaicans,
yeah, like all
they were
those
taught that
types,
way.
all those types of people. Those people grow up with a sense of identity of being from those places. That's the difference. They grow up being, oh, I'm Dominican, and they're right, they are Dominican. So the difference is, you know, a black person from America grows up with the identity that, for the most part, they're black. So the identity of being black is the first thing that they attach themselves to, and that's the difference between uh, like Dominicans and Puerto Ricans and all these other kind of people versus American black folk. You know what I mean? American black folk have a history of blackness, from Malcolm to uh, Martin to James Baldwin to Huey P. Newton to Nat Turner. You name it. Like we
Yeah.
got We got
Angela Davis.
thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of pages of people that are black in America. That is our history, right? Like, and this is why I have such a problem with this quote unquote black history bullshit. No, like, look, as long as we got America, we got black history in America. Period. You know?
Right. And if you black means it means dead in the eyes of the law because the Dred Scott case, they don't classify us as citizens.
Yeah, yeah. I know. Yeah, man. Like, it's crazy, man. Like, from my perspective, like all this stuff that we're seeing right now is something that should really open your third eye. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, it, it, you can't really depend on none of these politicians. It's policy or bust, bro. 100%. You know what I mean? Uh, yeah.
Right.
And to be honest, I'll tell you something else. And this is deep. I usually don't talk about this, but black people, from from my perspective, okay, black people from my perspective need to understand that their identity is not American. Their identity is Pan African. I want to say that again. Black people's identity is Pan African. Black people's identity is Lord Shango and Yami and Tano and all these other types of people that are black and give black people the ability to be powerful and to be able to give them whatever they want to have. This this
Right.
whole thing this whole thing of, like, uh, I'm a black Christian, I'm a black this, I'm a black Muslim, all this stuff. It's cool. I ain't got no problem with it, but you were Pan African before you were anything else.
Right.
And the problem that I got with some of these people, and I'm cool with them, like, a lot of
Yeah.
people, don't know what Pan Africanism is.
That means unity of all people.
That means regardless of where you come from, whether you from America, you from Kenya, you Dominican, whatever else, the root of who you are is African. Period.
Like
That's what that means.
like
You know what I mean?
unapologetically.
Yeah, 100%, one
Yeah.
hundred percent. And that's what Malcolm was talking about.
Yep.
He was saying, he's like, yo, they don't shoot you because you're black. They don't hang you for this. They hang you because you're black. They shoot you because you're black. They treat you the way that they treat you because you're black. And sooner or later, you're gonna have to realize that we're black. And technically, he said something that I'll always kind of remember. He's like, a lot of you guys uh, don't want any connection with Africa, and you say something to the effect that, why do I got to go back to Africa? I'm in America now. Like, you hot shit. And to be honest, bro, you left your mind in Africa. You left your critical thinking in Africa. You left your identity in Africa.
Right.
These people that put you on slave ships ripped your identity away from you.
Yep.
Period.
Right. And
You know?
I don't want to talk about this like the genetics and stuff, but do you know the evolution theory? Like, the Caucasian people came from, they were in a cage, right?
What's that?
Caucasian people came from the caves, right?
Right.
And it's not no hatred, but okay, do you know who Charles Darwin is, right?
Of course.
Yeah.
And he lied about the evolution theory. He
Survival of
had
the
said
fittest.
black people he said black people were monkeys and savages in Africa, but that was a whole lot he told.
That's false. That's
Yeah,
100% false. But to be honest,
they
what
they
that
say that they
what
say that
that
because they want to think white people are superior.
what that is that's anti-white reductionism. So if you're not white, they're going to reduce you to being less than the dominant society. That's what that is.
Right,
They did the same thing to us. Like uh, when the British came to India, and when the Muslims came to India and tried to take us over, they always looked at Indians as being secondary. And the reason that is because colonial powers that go somewhere else always have to look at the people that live there as being secondary. That's what it is.
right,
It's a way of making, you know, uh, it's like saying, yeah, like, you don't need these Ashanti rituals. You don't need these black rituals. Who the fuck is Shango? Go fuck with Jesus.
right.
That's what they're saying, right? Like they're saying the shit that you fuck with before ain't good enough. You better go fuck with our shit.
Yeah, they
That's
want to think
that's what that is. That's what
they
that is.
throw us away and think white people are superior.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. And that's how the colonial mind works. That's how the colonial mind works. You know, and to be honest, uh, I fuck with Shango. I fuck with Yami. I fuck with Tano. I fuck with all that stuff. I don't talk about it because nobody ever asks. You know what I mean? But from my perspective, the Hindu gods and the African gods share the same system. It's it's polytheism and it's pantheism. Polytheism means you can go worship whoever you want to worship. There ain't no such thing as like you got to go worship this dude or I'm gonna kill you kind of shit.
Right,
You go do whatever you want. You go worship whoever makes you feel good, bro. That's what that shit is.
yeah,
And you better worship somebody that makes you feel powerful. The dumbest shit that ever happened in America is we told people to go worship somebody that don't make them feel powerful, that makes them feel inferior from the moment they step out of their house, bro. Shit,
definitely.
fuck that shit.
You want
You
to
know,
say something, Frank?
I'm good, man. Go ahead, Frank.
Excuse me. Yeah, yeah. I mean, look, I'm just at this point, with what's happened in the last 4 years, and and the disaster that's happened in the last like year and a half right now. I don't even know what this like. Part of me, sort of thought that some people would at least open that third eye.
Yeah,
With the George Floyd thing, the how the system, has made it abundantly clear that it doesn't care about the little people, but a lot of people just don't want to have this devotion to like to the state, to the status quo. And I think in a way it just goes to show how far gone that a lot of people are. I mean,
yeah,
but we're kind of like the small minority of independent thinkers. If you ask me.
yeah.
Yeah.
We in a go along to get along world, bro. That's what it really is.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. That's what it is. Go along to get along world. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. But yeah, bro. I'm gonna grab a bite to eat, and it was cool chopping it up with y'all.
Yeah.
I don't know where Kenny
Same here.
is, but if y'all got any last words, let me know.
Uh,
Right.
yeah.
You can go ahead, Kelly.
All right, bro. Oh, and by
Yeah,
the
go
way, LT, if you're into Jason Black and stuff like that, go check out a YouTube channel called the Black Brain Trust. The Black
Okay.
Brain Trust is a channel that talks about black people getting into the tech field. So if you saw Jason Black the other day, he had a stream on the IT field, right? Did you see that?
Right.
Where he had somebody talking about like IT and information technology and stuff like that.
No, I didn't see that. What's the channel's name?
The channel name is called the Black Brain Trust. The
Okay.
Black Brain Trust. And basically, it talks about how anybody can get into the tech fields. If you want to learn about crypto, you want to learn about computer science, IT, all that kind of stuff, that high tech stuff. They break it down for you.
Okay.
So
One more
and they,
thing, Cal. Do you have a Facebook?
I do, I do.
Okay.
I'll throw it up. One second. One second. All right. So 1 second. But yeah, 1 second. But yeah, man, it was nice chopping it up with y'all. So,
Oh, you too, man. Yeah, this is
You put
awesome.
did you put the name on the comment?
uh, I will. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
I'm getting my stuff out
All right.
first.
No, take your time.
So, okay. So, account. Okay, that's me. Yeah. Here you go, fam. 1 second. All right. There you go. There's my Facebook, and there you go. Any last words, gentlemen?
That'll be it.
All right, fam.
Yeah, I'm good.
I'll talk to y'all soon.
All right. You have
All
a
right.
good
Take care,
night.
Frank.
Wait a minute.
Take care, LT. All right. See you.
Okay.
Oh, you
Later.
too, guys.
All right.
Later.
Do you have an opinion? Do you want to be heard? Are you coming with real talk? Do you want to have an open and honest conversation? Opinions, but facts is where it's at. Ran by our man Kenny. Nothing's off the table. Sports, real life, politics, and everything in between. Join the most interactive channel. Real talk from real people, keeping it 100. Be heard. Don't let your voice go silent.